have presented back my application to the clerk this morning at around a few minutes to 9, where I expressed my intention to run for the speaker for the election that is coming up on the 21st September 2022, that is on Wednesday. So the reasons why I think I'm the best candidate for this position is my academic qualification, being a lawyer, and having practical experience in legislative drafting, where a few of my companies that I run support a number of county assemblies in terms of bill drafting, in terms of training of the members of county assembly, in terms of also guiding them on policies. So I believe that with that background, I will be able to, I understand fully the functions of the assembly, and I'll be able to guide the members in all their functions, especially the oversight functions of the assembly. Personally, I've not been intimidated by anybody, but I have heard of members of the assembly being told that they must vote in a certain manner. To me, I think that is just the campaign style of whoever is fronting that agenda. But I believe in the independence of county assembly members so that they can be able to vote. And I'm aware also there is a court case which has been filed just to safeguard the interest of the honorable members so that when they vote, their vote is sacred as it ought to be. We have security apparatus which will take proper charge during the election day, and I know and I trust that the police, through the IG and his teams, will provide enough security during this exercise. And I tell members that it will be a peaceful process, and each and everyone will be safe without interference from any quarters.
This race is open to everybody who is a member of this county, and it's not limited to a group of people, some people, one person. So I decided to run because I know I am fit I can run that office very well, depending on my experience and my relationship with the people of Migori. I know I can be their speaker, and I don't doubt myself for having chosen to run for this post. I will not go outside it, nor shall I bring things outside and bring to the people of that assembly. They will be assembly where consultations with the theme will be the theme of the assembly. You consult with your members of the assembly, you consult with the staff, you will consult with the governor, so that you run a smooth institution without any quarrels. You know, wherever there are more than two people, quarreling is very easy. But I believe we shall not have unnecessary quarrels which will not let us work for the people of Migori. No. Raila Odinga was said to be a project of Uhuru, was he? Whom am I a project of? I am not.
I had a chance to have a short conversation with the clerk. She gave me an assurance that all will be well and the election will be free and fair. However, though, there are quite a number of issues going on. We have candidates who are moving around saying that they are candidates of the governor. They are projects of the governor. They're using the governor's name, moving around saying that they are the governor's choice. And the governor has not come out openly and said that this is my choice. The governor is a Democrat, and in my last conversation with him, he told me that last week that we continue looking for votes, and whoever wins, wins. If he probably has a specific candidate and he tells us so, we'll call you members of the press before the election and tell you this is a position. So far, is this some busybodies around the executive who are trying to push in an unpopular candidate for their own personal interests. Some of them who have been in the previous administration who want continuity into this other administration.
My colleagues who are contesting against me, will agree with me that my swearing was postponed to 2022. So I've come here to reclaim what was mine. But over and above that, I want the people of Migori to address the issue of fairness in this election of speaker. As we are speaking here, whether by design, whether by omission, what has emerged is that all the substantive seats elected have moved to one side. Migori has two major communities. It has the Luo community, it has the Kuria community. Now when you look at how the seats have been distributed, the governor's seat is on the Luo side, the senator seat is on the Luo side, the woman representative seat is on the Luo side. The only seat which has remained is the speaker's seat. Now the question is, if all of us are living in this county, isn't it unfair, surely, that all these seats should belong to one category of people in a mixed society?
Well, one of the things that I'll have to do to bring order in the assembly, because you do know that assembly, the previous one, had a lot of problems. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, which is legislative, which is representation and oversight. So there are a lot of complaints. One of the things that I'll do, and I've promised the MCS, I do know that they don't have offices, that if they have to meet the people they represent, they have to meet under a tree. So I'm taking it as a priority that we'll have to create offices both at the ward level and also at the county level. We'll ensure that they get their allowances in time. We'll ensure that the chambers will be modernized so that we'll be in tandem with all the other counties, so that Migori will be one of the best counties in this country.